right, so young man, give us your name and DOC number, please.
Cedric Hermann, 619-246.
All right, Cedric, my name is Pearl Wise. To my left is Mr. Roche. To my right is Mr. Freeman. We comprise your panel this morning. Let me explain the process to you. I'm going to read some information into the record. Afterwards, we're going to conduct an interview with you, starting with me. After we finish our interview, we're going to ask the staff there to tell us how you've been doing and to give us an update. You do have a supporter here. We have Darian Reagan, a lifetime friend. He's going to be speaking. He's here as well. We're going to hear from him. And after we hear from Darren, you will have the last say. Tell us whatever you want us to know, and then we'll vote. Now, do you understand the process?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Let me read this information in the record. Your name is listed as Cedric Hermann. Say your last name again.
Cedric Hermann.
Herman. Okay. DOC number is 619-246. You're listed as a third. I'm just going to read it out right now. You're listed as a third offender. Your current offenses are this domestic abuse battery, third offense, false imprisonment with a dangerous weapon. You were sentenced on December the 7th of 2021, and that supervision was revoked on August the 10th of 2022. As to the charge of domestic abuse battery, third offense, you received 5 years to Louisiana Department of Corrections. As to the charge of imprisonment with a dangerous weapon, you receive a charge of 8 years of DOC, suspended 3 years, and those sentences are running concurrent. So your total DOC time is listed as 8 years. Your parole eligibility date is March 13th of 2023. Your good time date is October the 18th, 2023. And you have a full term date of March the 13th of 2029. That sound about right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. Why are you in jail? You got a probation sentence, so why are you in jail? What happened?
I got called on. I was texting the person that I wasn't supposed to be texting.
Okay, I have another why to that. Why were you texting the person you weren't supposed to be texting?
Oh, because she was texting me about my kids. And I just started texting back. So
how did that lead to a false imprisonment charge?
you talking about for why I got sentenced, why I got probation, why I got sentenced for 8 years.
So the false imprisonment was a part of your original charge as well, right? You didn't get another charge, right?
No, ma'am.
Just technical violations, okay.
Yeah.
So the reason you were in jail, in your words, was because you texting a person you weren't supposed to be texting.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Other than that, you did fine on supervision.
Yes, ma'am.
The records I have show that you failed to attend domestic violence prevention classes. You failed to obtain a mental health assessment. And like you admitted to, you did have contact with the victim, although there was a protective order in place. And you were on April the 6th of 22 for a violation of a protective order and cyber stalking. So it's a little bit more than the reason why you're in jail, is a little bit more than just texting.
No, that's what they charged me with. I was texting.
Okay, okay.
And they threw the charge out. They dismissed the cyber stalking, and they gave me credit for time served for the violation of protection order.
Okay, so the part about not going to the domestic violence classes and the mental health assessment, speak to that. That's not a violation for us, you concerned?
I was just being arrogant. Felt like I didn't need to go. It just didn't go.
So what do you think now?
Should I regret it? And I'm basically backing up 8 years for it.
What do you think you need now?
I really do need my mental health assessment and my psychological evaluation. You know, I suffer with depression, anxiety, stress.
When I look at your record, you have 17 arrests of crime against a person from 2005 to 2022. One of the good things I saw in your case, some of the entries have the victims' names in it. And it seems like all of your victims have been females. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's disturbing. That's quite disturbing. You is alcohol or drugs a factor in your behavior?
No, ma'am.
You're clean and sober when you hit on these women.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you thinking?
Should I just be under stress? Press. Because being in the household for the first time, taking care of kids, you know, it just be stress and just making me feel like I'm not doing my part, doing my job, you know, just badgering me. And I
When you
just,
said, wait a minute, excuse me, I'm trying to get some clarity. When you said badger me, you talking about the female that you're in a relationship with is telling you how you're not doing what you're supposed to do? I just want to be clear.
yes, ma'am.
That's what, and you're hearing that.
Yes.
Okay. Now I saw that you did take understanding and reducing angry feelings.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
did you learn that?
That I really needed it.
What did you learn? What did you learn that you didn't already know?
How to control my anger, you know, taking certain breathing procedures, you know, breathing tests, you know, 5 seconds, breathing in, inhaling, exhaling, and it just taught me a lot. Basically, I lose a lot if I, you know, lose my anger. I get in trouble. A lot of stuff could be, you know, happening. I can just lose a lot. Like right now, being in jail, being incarcerated, wasting time, you know, not working.
It just makes you anxious, huh?
Yes,
Have you had any write-ups these 8 years?
no, ma'am.
Well, how did you manage that?
By
Not
just,
hit on somebody.
by just
Well,
staying,
I forgot, all your victims have been women, though. You don't usually hit on men, so you're doing, yeah, you're doing good. I want to mention something else. And one of the incidents, you have twins age 5 years old, right?
they 9.
Well, they're 9 now. At this time, they were 5, and they were present in the home when you were attacking their mother.
Yes, ma'am.
Speak to that. What do you think about that now?
So I regret it because they see me doing something, you know, no child's supposed to be seeing in the household. You know, they look up to me, you know, like, why daddy doing this to my mama and stuff like that. That's not good, you know, because I went through that as a child, you know, and it's just not supposed to happen to any child, just basically, you know.
As you know, so you are proving the statistics that if you grow up in a home of violence, seeing violence, you become. So you got to stop that for your kids. That statistics that they'll not grow up in a home where they see violence, so they won't do the same thing you did.
Yes, ma'am.
If nothing else from this time in jail, get that.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's something that's going to take grit on your part, but
Yeah.
you can do it.
Because that's not my only, I got 2 other kids, you know, 14 and a daughter, she 9 years old. So
And they all seen you beat their mom.
No, it's different women.
Have they all seen have those kids seen you beat their mom?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's your statement. Okay, that's your statement. How much education do you have?
9th grade.
And your good time date is October the 18th, 23. So there aren't any programs that we can send you to. But that's unfortunate. There are many avenues on the streets now where you can get your hot set.
Yeah.
And let me encourage you to do that because they will greatly increase your income.
Yeah.
Over a lifetime, just getting that hot set. Let me hear from the staff. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, let me hear from the staff.
I want to hear from either one of y'all.
How y'all doing?
I'm good, sir. How you doing? Give us your name, sir, for the record. Call out your name.
Deputy Warden Nolan Bass.
All right, Mr. Bass, can you tell us how this young man been doing at your facility?
This really was my first time really pretty much laying my eyes on him pretty much. I mean, like I said, I had no problem. I looked at his folder. He didn't have any dictionary write-ups or anything like that in there. So like I said, if he hadn't come across dictionary court or anything like that, evidently he doing something okay. And my people never complained about him. So evidently he's not a problem here, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Warden. We appreciate your input. It's very valuable to the process. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, does anything I'm sorry, we need to hear from your friend Darian. Darian, would you unmute your mic and tell us what you want us to know?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Good,
I'm
good.
Darren Reagan. All right, I'm Darren Reagan. Yeah, Smith said we pretty much been lifelong friends. He's more of a brother to me. My relationship been always, pretty good with him. It's been a brother relationship here and there. We fuss, we fight, we get along. I really do love him like a brother, and he's pretty good around my kids. They know him as Uncle Cedric. I definitely believe. I don't believe if given this chance that he would reoffend or violate his parole due to the fact that I really feel he wants to better himself as a person, mentally. Let's see, and most of all, our talks we've been having, we talk every week. Our talks we've been having, he wants to be there for his kids, be a better, role model for them, because, he also looks up to me as well of, I'm married with 5 kids, and I definitely think, if given this chance, I believe, he's gonna do better. Basically, showing his kids properly, not how to be a man, and not act any type of way towards, women or anything like that. And that's pretty much I feel like this time while incarcerated opened up his eyes a lot to kind of focus on the better things in life than the worst.
Good. Thank you for participating today. It's great to have a friend. All right,
Yes,
Cedric,
ma'am.
what you want us to know? What you want us to know before we vote?
Basically, since my incarceration, I learned a lot. I've been around a lot of other inmates and other guys, and I learned a lot from they mistakes. Taking heed to the less time that I got, because compared to the time they got, it really hurts me. At the ages of my age, people got some major time, and it really kills me, because I got my kids and I'm losing out. And like basically at my age, like 20 years, 25 years, 15 years, like a life sentence. You lose a lot. And trying to get back into the world with the economy and the way life is, as y'all could see, being free people, how the world is today is out of hand, And the younger generation that's coming in here, I'm learning a lot from them, because I see my 14-year-old son, he out there by himself. He don't got me in his life, and I can't see him getting that 50 years or, going through a juvenile facility and then processing over to adult facilities, because no, that's not him, And my daughter, that's my main thing. That's my heart, Basically, me, yeah, I did wrong, but really I'm not a bad guy. I'm really not violent, but I just have like anger issues that I just need to take care of, because basically on the strength of my daughter, I don't want her to see her dad and then when somebody else do something like that to her, I really can't, I'll be a hypocrite, So basically, just trying to get my life back, you know, get back out in the world and go back to work and rebuild my future, you know, for my kid, basically. You
All right,
know,
thank you, sir. Okay, well said, well said.
thank
Well said.
you.
Harold, ready to vote?
Yes.
All right, I'll vote first since the case was assigned to me. Cedric, I was glad to see that you had the understanding anger and angry feelings. I'm glad you had that. That was very vital. It's unfortunate you didn't get a chance to take advantage of a lot of other programs, but that's not your, you know, that's not necessarily your fault.
Yes, ma'am.
For me, my vote is to deny because of very poor supervision history. You got put on probation. October 21, you got revoked August of 22. I mean, you didn't make a year on supervision. You have a high risk assessment. All law enforcement are opposed. And you do need treatment, you really do. For me, as and you probably need a good time date, it's in October. I'm going to set forth as a condition of your good time release that they re-add that mental health evaluation and then domestic violence program that was on your original condition, and that you obtain a hot set. Make that a part of your parole release. Just spend some time reflecting, start journaling, writing down your plans, what you plan on doing, so you better look back on what you plan on doing when you get out.
Yes, ma'am.
That is my, Mr. Freeman,
I concur. Also vote to deny.
Mr. Roche.
Mr. Herman, my vote is to deny for the same reasons. Good luck.
All right, thank you, appreciate it.
Three votes denied, but best wishes to you. So you're going home before Christmas, but you got time to plan.
Appreciate that.
Take care now.
All right, you welcome.